How is intensity dosed on Team Evolve? What is up with the percentages? Now, admittedly, different coaches use different methods for intensity. A really common one is percent of 1 rep max. That is not what I use on Team Evolve. I personally use RPE, rate of perceived effort or exertion. The reason why I like this method is I think a lot of intensity dosing methods don't do a good job of discerning the fact that, a set of 15 can be a super light, easy warm-up set, or it can be super challenging, balls to the wall, pushing to failure. And that's an important distinction because I think a lot of people assume that a higher rep set is automatically going to be less intense, a lower rep set is inherently going to be more intense. But you could do a low rep set and make it not intense. Likewise, you could do the opposite with a high rep set. Anywho, I'm getting into my rambles. But essentially, when it comes to lifting with the RPE scale, you are looking at how close you are to your failure point. On the Ladder app, we use percentages though. And so 10 would equal 100%, 9 would equal 90%, 8 would equal 80%, etc. Let's start at the top. 100% is all out. You are choosing the heaviest weight you can push in that rep scheme. So if we're doing a set of 10, you're choosing your 10 rep max. If we're doing a set of 5, you're choosing the heaviest weight you think you can do for 5 reps. At 90% or 9, you are working about 1 rep shy of your absolute limits. So at the end of the set, you are thinking to yourself, if I had to squeeze out 1 more rep, I probably could, but no more than that. 8 means you have 2 reps left in the tank. 7 means you have 3 reps left in the tank, etc., etc. It is worth noting when people are first learning this system, it can take a little bit of troubleshooting, and a lot of people tend to doubt themselves. They tend to wonder, is my assessment of the scale accurate? If that's you, just know that it will get a lot easier and more intuitive with time. But it's also worth noting that a few studies have came out, both in regards to lifting and cardio, that have shown that people are pretty good at estimating their RPE. Most of us do have a slight tendency to underestimate what we're capable of. And so what we think is our 90% could be our 80% or our 70%. And this is actually one of the reasons why I do dose intensity super high on Evolve, to try and account for that margin of error. But overall, people do tend to be fairly close with their estimations. And so I want to encourage you to trust your body and just know that if this system is new to you, it will get easier with time.